Hi ladies and gents, Pond here with another video for Rise of Empires, Ice and Fire. Thank you so much for your previous likes, comments and subscriptions to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, why not click on that button and ring the bell so you can get notifications whenever I'm dropping content on the channel. And now on to the topic of this video, and we are back onto the best combinations list. And in this video we're going to be looking at archers. So I'm recording this video at the start of September, at the end of, September 21. We are into SX8 Eden season in the oldest states 1 to 136. This season we've actually picked up a cavalry and footman hero, so no new archers heroes this season. We will be getting new archers heroes for the next 2 seasons, and they do actually appear on the list. So let's get straight into it. Of course, you can check back on my best hero combinations from, I think, the December 20, where I had a lot of the combinations for earlier in the game. So for those of you in the younger states, seasons S1 to about SX3, SX4, you can check out those combinations there. This video is more going to focus on the latest combinations from SX5 onwards. So let's have a look just quickly. You can see earlier in the game you've got North Rage, Dual Blades, Heaven's Justice. Then Zoro comes in, obviously, with his additional damage skills and finishing skills, targeting the squads with the lowest number of troops. You've got your S1 heroes coming in, and then as we go through the seasons, obviously Skybreaker with Inquisitor and Witch Hunter is the best at Season 3. Then Immortal Guardian and Jade Eagle come in, and then we start getting into these other heroes. So you've got Defender, Divine Arrow, believe it or not, and Ashen Verdict, SX5 Archer hero. Let's just keep on going up through these combinations. So here we go, back up. We're starting to get now into the kind of business end of the chart. And we have the Dolan, who is an SX7 Archer hero, mixed with Immortal Guardian and Jade Eagle. So this is actually quite a defensive combination. I'm surprised to see Immortal Guardian in the back row. This is a really defensive archers combo. Basically, the Dolan is a defensive hero. He is he's got evasion. Let's have a look at him. I don't have him in this account. I haven't recruited on SX7 at all. His skill 2 is evasion, so this hero squad has a 10% base evasion rate and gains a bonus 25% each time they receive damage. Stacks up to 100% once the squad successfully evades an attack. The bonus evasion rate is cleared. So this is just basic. If you see on a battle report dodge, that's what evasion is. You're avoiding damage. If you you have to put a Dolan in the front row so that he is getting attacked with all the opponent's basic attacks more often, so that then this triggers more often. But evasion isn't a great kind of defensive ability. Healing is generally considered to be better. His 5th skill, 40% chance to trigger 2 other friendly squads. Siphon, 60% might and resistance from 1 random enemy squad. Also, each basic attack has a 100% chance to deal 250% bonus damage for 1 turn. So that's like a splash attack, I guess. And 60% might and resistance. That's not a huge amount. Obviously, when people are packing like close to 1,000% might and resistance, for those that have basically maxed out their T10 tech already. So it's an okay skill. It's not brilliant. And then his 8th skill, Guerrilla Tactics, it gives the hero squad has a 33% chance to recover 80% troops after a successful evasion. So that's only when he evades. 80% is not a huge amount either. When you look at heroes like Skander doing more than that, so is Lawman, for instance. 33% chance to take minus 35% reduced damage. That is nice. For instance, Immortal Guardian is one of the better defensive archer heroes. He has a minus 30% damage reduction skill, so 35% is a little bit better than that. And 33% chance to cause 2 random mini squads to take 15% more damage, so that's a debuff to the opponents as well. So you're really, with the Dolan, as long as you put him on the front row, you'll see from these combos he will work with almost anyone, and that's what you see. This combo, it's got Jade Eagle and Mortal Guardian. This combo has got Lust Angel, which is she is the SX9 hero that we should be getting around December time. Lust Angel is actually a ranged archer hero. She can go back row or middle row. She is basically a CC hero. She likes, similar to For me, I guess I would describe her as the Archer equivalent of Ragnar. She does some CC. Because she's got confusion, if I remember correctly, and she is then also going to deal additional damage to troops that have been CC'd. So she is similar to Ragnar, and I think for those of you that have mixed Legion combos, for instance, you would have to pair her potentially with like a Brave Ragnar Lust combo, for instance, potentially. But I have, obviously she's not even out in the game yet. These charts are based on data from Last Shelter Survival, and of course big shout out to Barber from State 25 and Don Pavlon from L96 for putting these together. They do a great job. Don Pavlon also runs the Rise of Empires Reddit group. I will put the link in the video description, guys, if you want to get the hard copies of these sheets, these combinations. They're all available at the Reddit group, and also loads of other great resources for Rise of Empires. So as I say, I'll put that in the video description. Onwards, we have also another SX9 hero, Hellfire, who is actually a general hero, so he'll be able to work in all three of the different troop types, and it's going to be interesting to see again how they combine. If we keep on going up, what else? This is again something that you would have seen in the previous video. So you've either got Sakura for attacking combos, Immortal Guardian for defensive with Tarantula, and then one of the attacking back row heroes, Jade or Spectral Reaper. Same in this combo as well. We've seen that before. Here we go. So as we get higher up the chart, we have got Sakura again for that attacking combo, because she does all that. She gives additional damage to your troops, and as in their attacking potential, and she also reduces the amount of damage. Increases the amount of damage your troops deal, and also increases the amount of damage that the opponent takes. So by 100%. So in total, so that is a big buff to your attacks. If you pair her with, again, like Defender, and you're putting Defender with Ashen Verdict, because Defender's 5th skill can give extra. Actually, let's just have a look. I've got Defender in this account. Here she is. So 2nd skill is just defensive for Defender, but this 8th skill, 35% chance to make 2 random friendly squads to attack twice. So she synergizes really well with Ashen Verdict. The reason for that is that Ashen Verdict, his 2nd skill, Mark of Judgment, requires your legions to do normal attacks. You see, for the Ashen Verdict gains 1 Mark of Pursuit for each normal attack performed by your squads. When marks accumulate to 7, all enemy squads will be dealt an additional 400% in damage, 1200% in one attack. Really good. So if you can get Defender triggering an extra 2 basic attacks regularly, then that is going to make that Mark of Pursuit skill activate a lot more, and then you're going to be doing a lot of damage, and that's why you actually see this combination with Defender in the back, which is not kind of the standard combination. And as we go up again, so here is an interesting one. You've got Tarantula with Scorpion, Lust Angel, and then either Scorpion and Ashen Verdict. So basically with these combos, you can see, so Scorpion is actually an SX10 hero, and he's probably going to drop in March 2022. So in 6 months' time, we're not even going to get this hero for 6 months. Scorpion, his 2nd skill is a poison skill, and it's activated by other squads and himself doing basic attacks. Combat skills. It is combat skills. So with Tarantula, she's got 2 combat skills on skills 2 and 5, and also Ashen Verdict. You'll see here his 2nd, 5th, and 8th skills are all combat skills. So Ashen synergizes really nicely with Scorpion, because Scorpion will then do additional amounts of poison for his 2nd skill. That also links to his 5th skill, because his 5th skill is a troop recovery block, and it is a damage debuff. It blocks up to 100% of troop recovery, and it debuffs damage up to -60%, which is huge. And that I've never seen, and that is a completely OP skill as well, having that dual combination of debuff to your opponent. So if you can be targeting multiple combat skills each round in the battle, then Scorpion is going to be working at his maximum. His 8th skill is also actually a combat skill itself. It does more poison and it has an element of suppression in there. So that is going to work really nicely. Obviously, you can see from Ashen Verdict on his 8th skill, it's got Disarm, Silence, Confuse, Interrupt or Troop Recovery block. And this is going to target a random enemy squad where it's 35% chance, but it will target a random enemy squad after every 2 normal attacks. So again, the more normal attacks you're doing with him, the more chance it is that this will take effect. And remember, that then synergizes really nicely with Lust Angel, who is going to do extra damage to any of those enemy squads that are suffering from that elements of CC. Then we come into the top 3 combinations. So again, basically on this combination here with Immortal Guardian and the Dolan, they're just 2 defensive heroes. This is just a balance. This is your kind of standard balanced Legion, where you've got a defensive hero at the front in one of those 2. Warden, who is your kind of support hero, who is buffing obviously their skills. So for instance, his 5th skill is going to then buff a Dolan's 5th skill, increasing that above 40%, which is obviously then going to give you a better chance of debuffing the opponent. For Immortal Guardian, I do have Immortal Guardian, there he is. Not going to help really because he's got a 5th skill, is his prep skill, so not a lot of synergy for Immortal Guardian and Warden. But then of course Warden is going to boost your back row hero, and that's why you can see here he works great with either Jade, Ashen, or of course with Spectral Reaper. Again, Warden gives your back row hero an extra basic attack, but in terms of Ashen, that's not giving extra basic attacks on top of, that's because Warden won't basic attack. So he's not quite, the synergy's not quite there. Second one again is just Defender or the Dolan as your front row hero, Ashen as your support hero, debuffing the opponent, doing a bit of damage, and then placing him with Spectral Reaper or Jade Eagle. That's more of a, that you should expect probably more attacks from them if you do it like that, because again, Ashen does a lot of damage with his 2nd skill. I'm not sure, I haven't seen this combination a lot, honestly, in Eden. And not a lot of people use Archer combinations anyway in Eden. It's more all about either mixed legions if you're garrisoning tiles, or if you're just doing hits from afar, then you're always going to use cavalry combinations because of the marching speed. And then that leaves us with the number 1 combination, which has a mixture of either an SX1, SX3 or SX6 hero. So for an attacking combination, you've got Sakura, as I've already said, doing that additional damage, linking her with Warden and Warden with Spectral Reaper. Warden just really boosts Spectral Reaper. Let's have a look at this combination. So Warden, on the first 4 turns, the skill cast chance of your 2 other heroes' 5th skills is increased by 10%. On turn 5, the skill cast chance is increased by 30%, but only for the 5th skill of one of the 2 heroes. His 5th skill, when any of your squad of yours is crowd controlled, damage received by that squad is reduced by 70%. So really good support element there. And this effect can only trigger 3 times for each squad, but that's still quite a lot. Additionally, deals 510% damage to a random enemy squad on turns 1 and 5, so that's 1020% damage. Not bad for a support hero. And then this 8th skill, during battles, normal attacks are disabled for the hero squad, but your back row squad gains a buff of +1 normal attacks per round. Each normal attack increases the damage of their next skill by 12%, stacking up to 5 times. So you can get a boost of 60% on the next skill attack. Now, when you actually dial that into what Spectral Reaper does, he's got a passive skill on his 2nd skill that does 742% damage and also stops troop recovery block for your opponent. And this is triggered by basic attacks. So obviously if he's doing 2 basic attacks, because Warden is giving him an extra basic attack every turn, you've got double the chance of this triggering. You've also got his 5th skill, which is getting boosted. It's a combat skill. It already does 455% damage, and also it'll increase basic attacks by 60% damage for your own squad, and 40% that's going to increase to either 50% for the first half of the battle, and even up to maybe 70% for the remaining rounds if he's the hero of the two heroes that gets activated. So that's tons and tons of damage. And then you look at what his 8th skill does again. Squad's basic attack damage is increased by 100% when the enemy is tallying skill range. This squad is considered to be +1 range away. So he's effectively range 6 for the opponent's back row. And his squad's, so the Archer's basic attack does 100% extra damage. Warden is giving an extra attack each round that he's doing that extra damage. And then this skill even gives another 60% on top of that. So it's a huge amount. Plus then you put in Defender, for instance, if you want a bit of a balance. Don't forget, again, Defender gives extra attacks for 2 of the random friendly squads in the Legion. So she can then, of course, give Spectral Reaper a 3rd basic attack and on top of the Wardens. And her 5th skill can go from 50% up to 60% or 80% based on Warden's 2nd skill. And again, it's damage. It also gives the enemy squad, it's going to give recovery as well. So that for Archers, that's really key, getting that extra recovery. And then you've got, her protecting herself as well. So with the passive skill. So there's a lot of really good synergy there in that combination. Just let's quickly have a look at Sakura. If you wanted to go for like a more attacking, so Sakura, Senbon Sakura, first 2 turns, 2 random squads will move first. On the 2nd turn, deals 572% damage to 2 random enemy squads. That's a lot of damage. Her 5th skill, first 3 turns, 2 random enemy squads take 50% additional damage, and first 3 turns, 2 random friendly enemy archers deal 50% additional damage. So that's more damage on top of everything that Warden's doing with Spectral Reaper. You can absolutely, with this combination of Sakura, Warden, and Spectral Reaper, in the first 3 turns, you can really obliterate opponents, particularly if Spectral Reaper is getting off his 2nd skill that does 742% damage. There you go, guys. Gone through it as detailed as I can. I hope you've enjoyed the video and stayed with me. Of course, if you have enjoyed the video, please do click on that like. And if you could also share this video and my channel in your Alliance chat, Province chat, and through Line, WhatsApp, Viber, Discord, whatever you use to communicate with your fellow players in the game, that would be very much appreciated. Do you use any of these combos already? What do you think about the combos? Are you excited about the heroes to come? I know Scorpion can be a very, very effective hero, but we're not getting him for 6 months. So I'll be interested to hear your thoughts on the combinations that we've gone through in the video, and also, are you excited for the SX9 and SX10 heroes to come? So thank you very much for watching. That's it for now, and I'll see you soon.